But how crazy, how many gray hairs did you get trying to get Kanye and Pharrell in the studio at the same time?
Oh, I didn't even.
No?
No,
It was
not even once.
It's that easy?
Not even once.
Yeah.
Not even once. You know, I really, so how I started the whole process of even making the album was like, I had a record. I had one record from Ye, and that was Hear Me Clearly, right?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. So I took, it was one verse. So I took Hear Me Clearly down to Miami. I came down here, and I was just like, yeah, man, I'm ready to start. I said, me and Ye cooked up something the other day, and it got me going.
Right.
And he was like, let me hear it. Pharrell was like, let me hear it. So I played it, and he was like, he shrugged on me. Yeah.
Ye shrugged on you?
No.
Pharrell
shrugged on me on the Hear Me Clearly record.
Okay.
And he was like, you know, like,
I ain't gonna lie, I love cocky Pharrell.
yeah, no, listen, listen, but don't nobody know that. He be like this, I be listen,
Pharrell's cool, but cocky Pharrell, he on that. That's
so listen,
that guy.
so he like, yo, he like, I mean, it's all right, but I mean, you want to be in a mixtape, you want to make a mixtape. How many mixtapes you want to make?
Called it a
Like,
mixtape.
there you go, mixtape. I'm coming off Daytona, bro. Nominated joint. He said, how many mixtapes you want to make?
Oh, God.
I said, wow.
Let me get some of that.
So I was like, you know, at the time, so I'm like, damn, like, you know, and mind you, we just talking. He like, man, like, you know, for you to go to the next level, you got to become a character out here. Like, bro, how many hot 16s, bro? I'm tired of the hot 16. And bro, I'm talking about, it's punching me. Every word he's saying is punching me, right? And I'm like,
this over the phone, this to your face?
No, this to my face.
Oh, yes, it's to my face.
Yeah,
right to the
for sure. We in his library.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, and I'm just thinking, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking back. I'm like, man, I used to like, you know, you got on. Like, I used to get in your used GS. We used to ride in Norfolk State, go pick up these same mixtapes you talking about, ride the whole day.
Right.
You know, we know the whole verse from Norfolk to Virginia Beach and back. Like, it's just like, you know, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn, like, is we not where we at? Like, you know, and he was, then I just got, you know, I just listened. I just listened and just let him keep going. And I realized, man, like, he's just at a place where that man tries to knock everything out the park. Everything.
Right.
I don't care what it is.
Right.
And I don't even think we made music. That's how the conversation was so ill to me. I don't think we made music that day. I think we just talked it out and I had to like just process it and like, you know, and you know, we might have had the rest of the day, kicked it, whatever the case may be, but I don't think we did nothing that day. Nothing. With the intentions on coming in to like, yo, let's get busy. And you know, I had it was during the pandemic or whatever, so usually every morning, me and him will talk 6 in the morning, you know, 6.
He's definitely an early guy. I'm an early guy.
Yeah, you were early too.
I'm an early guy.
Yeah, you were early too. I can catch you whenever.
I'm an early guy.
So being I was staying at his crib during this time, we would just get up. We just get up at 6. So I'm like, man, you know, we both up, we both fresh. He'd be like, man, let's come in when we fresh and let's just you know, let's just start working. And so then that's when the actual process started, like a day later, and we just be in the studio working, get up early.
Because y'all been working together since y'all was in Virginia, broke nothing. So
not rapping.
Right.
Not rapping. We've been working together since we were hanging out. I wasn't even rapping. He came to me one day on some like, yo, your brother is Gene. He the rappingest dude I know. Are you kidding me? Da, da, da. And I'm like, oh, for real? Like, really? I was like, nah, you can't work with him. He work with Tim. You can't. And I'm just showing it. Like,
obviously we talking about Malice, right?
Yeah, we talking about Malice.
His name was Gene.
And he was, you know, he was at that time. Timbaland and my brother, they all went to junior high school together. Timbaland was the DJ for all of everybody who rapped.
Right.
And he knew my brother from being down the beach and rapping amongst all of them guys and didn't know that was my brother.
Pharrell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, when he found that out, he was like, oh man, you know, time goes on. Tim, you know, got his foot in the door first, and went to Jersey. Left VA, went to Jersey. Jodeci, all of that, and that
Teddy
opened
Riley?
the door. No, Teddy came down.
Came to Virginia,
yeah,
that's
Teddy
right,
came
yeah.
down, and that opened the door for my brother and Chad to connect. Well before I was rapping.
Right. So,
But how much did that conversation you guys have set the foundation or momentum for when you started working on the music?
It was totally the foundation. It was everything. It was like once he said that. One thing I said about even working with him and Ye during this process was I was gonna listen. Like I was gonna follow direction. I came into this game always knowing how much production, the marriage between the lyrics and production made, you know what I'm saying, made the magic.
Right.
I never thought I rapped so good that, you know, I could just rap over anything.
Any beat, right.
All of my favorites got a very bad album somewhere because they think they can just rap over anything. You know what I'm saying? And I always peeped that.
very true.
Yeah.
It's
You
very
know,
true.
and I was like, okay. I always understood that. And the biggest thing for me was to make this better than Daytona. Like, I was like, man, how can I make
I
this?
wore my Daytona just in case.
Okay. I did.
Just in case.
Batman.
Just in case. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you know, that my biggest thing was to make it better than Daytona. And but I was like, man, I'm gonna have to like just listen to them and see. Like I really wanted to be produced because I felt like that was one thing about Daytona. I just rapped.
Right.
I just rapped over. We was fast tracking it. We was going. I stayed in there with Ye so I could get the hardest beats.
Right.
When everybody else would leave and whatever, I was just like, nah. Or just so he wouldn't steal them for himself. I stayed and I took him. And I was like, you know, after that, you know, he was working on 5 albums at that particular time.
Nas, Good Music.
Yeah, everybody.
Tiana.
His own,
Kids
him
See
and Cudi.
Ghosts,
Kids See Ghosts, right.
which we'll never get another one.
We'll never get another one. Per Cudi. So
I'm gonna hope he gets work it out.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
So I was fast tracking it, you know, just writing, boom, boom, and trying to get it done. And I didn't feel like I was produced. So I said, you know what? I know at least that's one bar I can check off.
We talking about Daytona.
Yeah,
Still.
Daytona.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I was like, man, I know that's one bar I could check off if I just let them produce me while we got this time. Ain't nobody rushing. It's the pandemic. Ain't nothing going on.
Right.
So, you know, that was the first thing. So I said, man, I'm gonna listen.
Right.
And you know, and Pharrell made it very clear. He was like, listen, man, if we gonna do this, we gonna do flows, we gonna do cadences. Right. I'm gonna make sure the hooks is sticky. I'm gonna make sure the B choruses is sticky.
What's the joint where I kind of feel like you like resembling Slick Rick?
Everything don't need to be addressed.
What was that done on purpose or is
That's
me?
that was the hardest record. That was the hardest record. So the record was written, right? I executed it, boom, boom, like, you know what I'm saying? Pharrell come in, hear it, and he's like, man, that shit ain't it. He was like, that shit ain't it. You still rapping to me. You in your B-boy stance. You ain't embodying nothing. You ain't da-da-da. I'm like, now mind you, by the time I even tell him to come in to listen, it's because I'm married. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm like, I'm married to what I've been done. I'm hyped.
You were proud of it
I'm
already.
proud.
Right.
He come and tear the whole chalkboard off the wall. No, it's not it. You ain't enough of a character. You ain't enough of a character. And by this time, this is when we sort of started the exercise of like, we would play the Joker every day.
With it on mute. I heard y'all played it on mute.
Well, at first we were just watching it. He was like, man, you know, he was talking about character, this and that. Then he gets into, he's like, man, play the Joker.
When he in the Bronx?
Joaquin Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah, when he went in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we like, he's like, man, you know, you need to be more in character, man. He was like, man, this is you. Look at you. You laugh just like him. You laugh at shit you ain't supposed to laugh at. Right. You got dark tendencies about yourself. You just, you know, you start critiquing me. Right. So I'm like, all right, you know, whatever. So we just watching it every day, and then he started making beats, and then he would mute it and be like, man, this the ill scene. Look at this ill scene. Like this sound like this sound's supposed to go to this. And you see homeboy running down the steps or doing whatever he's doing,
that's
doing some ill shit. So with that being the case, he was like, man, I don't want you rapping. I want you to, like really embody it. Like, that's why that song sounds so, I'm saying all the evil shit I would say, but I'm talking matter of factly, like buffalo shrimp from my Hamas, coke deals upstairs at the Ramada, the ocean from hotels was popular, and crack was cemented phenomenon. Elected presidential was on my arm. You know what I'm saying? Just like, just talking like, but he made me like, bro, that took forever. I felt like I was an R&B singer. Like, cause he made me like, yo, nah, you still, I'm still, he like, nah, that's not it.
Is that a hit to your ego? Like, how much of your ego takes a hit when he's telling you these things?
It's my brother. I mean, I don't, like, my ego don't even kick in with him as far as that goes. It's the difference in what we appreciate, because still at the end of the day, a Hot 16 is like a top 10 record to me. If a nigga got motherfucking 24 mean bars and I come across it, I'm floored. Right. But I'm gonna know it, I'm gonna memorize it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I can hear in the street and I can feel in the street, and some, niggas gonna talk about it, the barbershop and so on and so forth. Like, all of that energy is what fuels me. And it was bothersome to know that ain't really fuel him like it used to fuel him, like it used to fuel us together. That was my issue more so.